answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers!
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel, Zero Dark 30. Apologize for last night's broadcast. The computer was on the fritz and then some. But here we are, we're back. And this afternoon, I think I've got everything debugged, if you will. But a bigger problem I'd like to see solved, to see debugged, if you will, would be the deep state's control of the bureaucracies in Washington, D.C. This has been a mystery to me, how they can continue to keep their jobs and keep screwing around and keep stealing. Well, they're doing it, aren't they? And I know Trump has tried talking tough and being mean and straightening out and firing people, and the judges are getting in the way. But he actually endorsed Lindsey Graham. Was it a couple months ago? 6, 8, 10 weeks ago? Anyways, Lindsey, Lighten the Loafers Graham, as I like to call him, it's been in the news lately. A lot in the news. And a lot of people are calling what he is doing and has done treason at worst. And at the very least, it's a violation of, is it the Logan Act? Right? You're not the president. You're not the Secretary of State. You're not the assigned foreign dignitary, but you're talking with foreign leaders about national security issues. That seems to me that it should be a big no-no. In any event, yeah, Lindsey's gotten a lot of press. And the people have had it with him. And then it turns out that Mike Pompeo, I believe former Secretary of State for Trump in his first term, he also went over to Europe, to Ukraine, and did a speaking event and is pushing for, you guessed it, war. Why are they so dead set, sorry for the expression, for war? Well, a lot of people believe that, when they run out of money, then they run to war to hide their failures, losses, and crimes. That's what governments do. Because anyone with good sense will look at what's going on and go, this is not a good time for war. The country already is broke. It's not like we're going to go to war and get in a bunch of debt that we have to pay back after the war. We're already there. So how can more debt fix anything? Well, there's going to be, in my opinion, some kind of reset, right? They talked about the Great Reset and Klaus Schwab and the whole bit. Where's this really going? These deep state characters, they're out of control. And they're public now. They're in the open, out of control. You got what? Obviously now Mike Pompeo. You've got, for a while there, we had, Lindsey Graham and Mittens Romney, and everyone was flying over to Ukraine because they felt like it, because they wanted to show their support. This is under the Biden administration. Now under Trump, it's starting to come back out again. Those who are supporting the war, which is a threat and a risk to all lives. What I don't understand, though, is what the hell is the point? What the hell is the point? You're going to lose to Russia. But Mike Pompeo is telling Ukraine, no, you're not going to lose. You're going to win. You can get in there. You can fight all the way to the very end. Makes me wonder why. Is it the money? Is it the quest for power at any cost, as long as it's not your own life? Is it an unreasonable belief that, they will always win and everyone else will pay for it? Or is it all of those things? Right? All of those things, to hide their crimes, to make more money, to indebt nations, to kill people they don't like. to control other people that they need to control. It just seems like all of those things. But war is probably the single most powerful government act because it is it's tied to so many things. And the deep state players are the ones doing it now because Trump is president. And Trump doesn't want war. Trump's tried for peace how many times now? At least half a dozen. And Ukraine just keeps bombing. It's time to pull support. I don't believe in rash decisions, but I believe in intelligent decisions. I believe in principled decisions, and I believe in moral decisions. Also timely. If you time your decisions right, they have the effect that's needed. Right now, the effect that's needed is Ukraine needs to understand they're not going to be funded and they're going to lose. And the only way to do that is to pull support, all support. And if that includes getting out of NATO to stop the war, then fine, because we can always jump back in. It's not like they go, it's okay, America. Yeah, we're fighting Russia now. This is Europe talking. We're fighting Russia now, and we're getting our asses kicked and slaughtered. And now Russia's decided it is going to invade Paris, and so we don't want your help, USA. No, they would be screaming, please help us. We've been friends for so long. How could you abandon us? You're the bad guys for doing this to us. We didn't do nothing wrong. Euro trash in the leadership. Absolute Euro trash for leadership. But that's what we've got. Euro trash for leadership over there. Over here, we've got traitors, sellout deep state traitors. They're a professional cadre of anti-patriots, sworn to do their duty and serve their masters, not the American people. That's who the deep state is. That's who is in Washington, D.C. running it. That's who is in the CIA. Oh, they're pushing for the war, folks. I think Pompeo said that not only should, Russia be forced to, I guess, evict the countries that are now part of the Russian Federation, but that Russia has to give up the Crimean Peninsula. Just wow. Claims to land that has been fought over for thousands of years. Okay? That's war. Well, Russia as an empire, Tartaria, if you will, has been around a long time, and they have had a lot more territory than what they have now. And they've given a lot of it up, and they're like, nope, I think Crimean Peninsula is part of Russia. Russians live there. Russia has controlled that for the last 500 years, so why should we give it to a little upstart, little shit country like Ukraine that's being run by the CIA? See what I mean? They could make a big claim to it, and they have. And they're not going to allow a bunch of evil satanic bastards who want to kill us all with vaccines or kill us all with war or kill us all with bad food, poison, water, weather, or each other socially. Yep. Here we are, folks. Are you prepared? Chance favors the prepared mind. Semper Fi. I'll see you guys tonight.